Welcome back to Daytime Live. No, we see them doing so much. We see them out there making their money. We see them getting Jamaica on the map within the music industry, and we kind of want to talk about a little bit more on the the serious side, where depression and anxiety is concerned within the music industry, and what our artists have to bear and face. Now we have Conscience who's joining us today on Daytime Live. Welcome to Daytime Live.
Good.
And we kind of want to head straight into that because you had a first-hand experience where that is concerned. No, the whole, as it relates to depression and anxiety within the music industry, what's your take on that? Let's begin
Well,
there.
first of all, not even just the music industry, but in Jamaica on a whole, people they don't embrace that concept at all. If you say like most persons going through these kind of things, them not have a name for it. They don't have them not pinpoint it and say this is what's happening to me, and then a person trying to express that to somebody else, chances are them are gonna say, "Oh, dear man." You know what I mean? Because everybody have them issues that they face, but it's a very common thing globally, and I would suspect the same in Jamaica at least. I would say at least 50 to 60% of people right now, especially young people.
Why do you think we're so unaware of it in Jamaica?
Our culture not really that warm, you know. Like most people say, you know, the warm sunshine and the warm people, but we're really not that sensitive. And especially men, young men, when really so sensitive. So if you do anything that come across as less than macho and manly, and it look, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So most people, I would say men, going through these kind of things, you will never know.
And that's
Never,
important.
ever know.
It's interesting that you mentioned that, Conscience, because again it goes back to how boys are raised. You know, you have to be tough. You can't be expressive or anything.
Cry.
You can't cry. So when you're actually going through issues and all of that, everything is kind of internalized and it's built in, and you don't really know how to express it unless your parents create an avenue through which you can share, information with them or what you're really experiencing and going through. Then that's which is kind of minute again. Then that's the only way you'll be able to probably get help. But it goes back to how we are socialized. You mentioned the whole culture, People see somebody on the road, they're mad or something like that. So everything really comes back to that.
Conscience, have you ever experienced depression?
A lot. Yeah, but more I touch upon the point where you say how boys are raised.
Right.
I agree with raising a boy tough still. You know what I mean? But then growing up as a past boy stage and you come to adolescent, like there need to be ways how you can strike that balance. So I wouldn't even rest it solely on the responsibility of the parents, but society as a whole. Like growing up, you have some things where you learn when your parents teach you, like half of your life or more. So just the way our society is structured and your school environment, your outer road environment, your friends, the way we associate, it not set up in a way that welcomes or even not, I wouldn't say welcomes, embrace or understands these them kind of issues. And I think at 2017 now,
We should be doing better.
yeah, we should be way past that. We embrace a lot of things. So I think these type of issues are issues that we need to take a serious look at.
All right, what happened with your brother? Tell us.
From my understanding, which is still limited, the two major words are depression and anxiety. We saw, like now looking back, we saw signs of the anxiety.
What kind of signs?
Like he's a man where he used to sweat a lot. Like before, he used to get really nervous, and it didn't really affect his willingness to complete his task or his ability. But you could see that it put a major toll on him. Like sit right here, you see him start sweat. You know what I mean? And there were slight mood swings at times, but there was nobody that was around him
24/7
that much to know that, you know what I mean?
And start to connect the dots to know
exactly.
that something is wrong.
And then the way how we grow, nobody's looking out for these things. You know what I mean? So and then I think it got to a really bad place. He made a video and he expressed some things, and it really showed we say he was going through a whole lot.
The video was after the incident happened, or well, obviously it was before, but it was released after he passed.
It wasn't released. Well, we saw it.
Okay.
And how did that experience affect you, Conscience? Because you
Crushed
seem
me.
different. Yes.
It crushed me, man, and fair time. And the fact that, like the day after, the day after, I actually have to still go do a show, like way down at the next part of the world. and he was supposed to be on that show, and then listening to what everybody said. Because I know people start talking a whole heap of something now, and you have to still be listening to that while trying to deal with this, while trying to move on and do things for family,
And just
while
live.
trying to be the only person that is dealing with funeral arrangements. And so,
A whole host of responsibilities.
yeah,
still
and
on
so me really know, with all of that I go on, and then still conscience, I still have obligations. I not get a chance for more up to this day. Like, I just have to depend on the go. And right now, I really don't want more again. I just want to try make the best use of his life and his experience and try help some people.
Yeah.
As you're speaking, earlier you said you have experienced depression
Yeah.
a lot. How did you know it was depression, and what are some of the things you had to do to pull yourself out of it, if you even did?
By chance. Because I know now that it was depression, or it is depression, but in terms of that, and this is even one of the reasons why I seek a way, like, to help people going through such a thing, because I know what I feel and I feel like. You can't even place it and, understand, like, things are going all right.
Yes.
You're not supposed to feel like this. You know what I mean? So how I got through the episodes that I went through, I don't know.
And we kind of want to touch on, you mentioned that you'll be doing something, in memory of your brother, that we want to touch on when we come back. But something that really, really bothers me is when people self-diagnose themselves. I'm depressed, a little situation happen, I'm depressed, I'm stressed out and all of that. And they don't really understand how much of a serious issue it is. You just self-diagnose yourself. You don't even know about other persons who are actually experiencing, that sort of pain. And to just get up one day, something minute happen, they go say me depressed. It's like you're not educated enough, and
Yeah.
it goes back to that as well as we were mentioning earlier. People just use these terms loosely, not
Exactly,
having.
but this is a case of crying wolf though. Like, you can't ignore. Well, for me, I kind of have my antenna up now. Like,
Yeah, because of the
since that, I
experience.
take
Yeah.
everything serious. You know what I mean? I take everything serious with everybody around me and who people even outside of my immediate friends and everything. I take it serious. So, like, even people that, as I said, like to self-diagnose and everything, them stressed out and them depressed. You kind of have to still look over there, because no.
But then, conscience, when you start to take everything serious like that, doesn't that pull in some kind of anxiety into your own space?
Yeah.
Now?
And I'm kind of faced with that now, so
Not for balance.
not really.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm
Get
not
that
really
one. But
looking
when
to
we
be-
return, we'll be talking about Delos Lived Charity Foundation. Daytime Live will be right back.